What's up, my whiz nose from another quiz nose? It's the D-Bag from Mtg Bag coming at you with another Dank Jank. And in my last video, I asked you to tell me in the comments what decks you wanted to see for Dank Jank. And it wasn't much help because I felt like it was like a 3 or 4 way tie between a bunch of decks. You know, it ended up, I think Jeskai Sprite Dragon probably ended up winning, so that's the one we're going to play today. I think it's one of the more unique decks in my collection anyway, and it's pretty good too. It won first at some such event. I saw it getting retweeted, but I forgot what event it was. But anyway, I mean, it's proven itself to be a decent deck in the format. I think it's a step off of a lot of the best decks in the format, but it still like performs admirably when piloted well, and it gets the right cards and all that. So we're gonna look at it today. But I was a little bit sad that like some of these other decks didn't do better. You know, I guess everyone's had enough of the cycling deck, but I will eventually show off this really $10 version. It says $5, but I'm pretty sure Zenith Flare is like 50 cents now, at least, so it's got to be at least a $10 deck, but it's still really very good. We'll talk more about the cycling deck in the probably very near future. But a lot of people wanted to see Orzhov Kudro. I don't feel like it quite won, and I just did like Mardu Humans, but I am going to do this deck eventually. I was super sad that Azo Artifacts didn't win. This is like the worst deck in my collection, but it's still really, really fun. That's going to be Dank Jank next week. Mono White Mothra is crushing the Patreon poll, so we'll probably see a deck tech of that tomorrow. And then Boris Capador, like no one voted for. Trample, a couple people voted for. Although Trample really needs like another good 2-drop with Trample. We can't just have Crunch Wrangler and that's it. I guess Stonecoil Serpent, Stonecoil Steve Austin to sort of solve some of those problems. But instead, we're going to go Jeskai Sprite Dragon today. And here's a quick little rundown of the deck for you. Yeah, Lurrus is our companion. And that's actually really important. It's so important for this deck. When I first built this thing, I was like, I'm probably not going to cast the Lurrus too much. No, you cast the Lurrus like all the time. If they do kill a Sprite Dragon or a 10th District Legionnaire or a Terramander or whatever, it's very important that you cast the Lurrus and get that thing right back. And just for 4 mana, you know, you can Lurrus and then Terramander. It's pretty good. But just for 5 mana, you can Lurrus and then Sprite Dragon or 10th District or Staggering Insight if they've managed to put Staggering Insight in the graveyard. Having Lurrus to recast this card in specific over and over is really, really important if they do deal with your creatures, because in one turn you can get a Sprite Dragon back, and the next turn you can get a Staggering Insight back, get right back on board. Staggering Insight is just so good. It's so good. It's such a good card. And especially when you have Lurrus's insurance for it, it's amazing. Raking Claws is only a 2 of in the deck, but sometimes it'll give a Sprite Dragon double strike, and that's just like the end of the game right there, and no one ever sees Raking Claws coming. You'd think that Teamer Battle Rage would be a more important card in this format, but apparently it's not. But Raking Claws is so good. A couple of copies of Shock in the main deck, which I don't think was in the version of the list that won whatever event it was that this deck won. It's been a couple of weeks at this point, but Shocks were in the sideboard, and I've ported them over into the main deck to mostly play this deck in best of 1. And sometimes it's really important, whether it hits face or, you know, kills a Teferi that's on 1 or something. But a lot of times it's just going to kill a small creature, and that's important too. Terramander is sick. It's just such a sick card. Still, people sleeping on Terramander, y'all. In a deck like this that has plenty of instants and sorceries to put in its yard, this is just incredible. If your opponent does kill it, you get it back with Lurrus and immediately adapt it if you have like just 1 mana some of the time. So yes to Terramander. It gets a Staggering Insight on it. It's a 6/6. It's dumb. And then after that, just a bunch of instants and sorceries, you know. You got stuff like Opt and Defiant Strike in here that's actually just obvious. Sentinel's Eye is not as obvious, but it's really, really good. Like, fantastically good in this deck, because you can put, like, Staggering Insight on a Sprite Dragon and still attack with it, like a 5 or 6/6 Sprite Dragon with Vigilance is insane, so that's not bad. You know, you can swing in, get your card from Staggering Insight, get your life link from Staggering Insight, but still, you know, not have to worry about the crackback as much. Sentinel's Eyes is so important. But the most important cards in the deck are arguably all these like 1 mana white instants that protect your dudes, because you don't have a whole lot of dudes in your deck. You know, you've only got 1 shot at Lurrus. If they kill Lurrus, your engine's over and done with. So trying to make sure your creatures don't die as often as possible. I've seen a lot of people build this deck just blue-red. But in that case, you don't get Staggering Insight, and you don't get these cards, which have just proven to be really, really important. You know, sometimes people scoop to Karametra's Blessing or God's Will or God's Willing or Fight as 1, just because they have like exactly 1 removal spell in their hand, and if they don't deal with your Sprite Dragon like right now, then they're dead. So if you've got like any of these 10 cards, then I can just swing the game and win right then and there. God's Willing can also get a creature through for guaranteed combat damage, but be careful that you don't give a creature protection from white that's wearing a Sentinel's Eyes and a Staggering Insight. That can be a real feel bad. But if you're playing against like super mono black aggro or something with the Heraldic Banners and the Obosh, then sometimes it can be great just to like name black, get through, guaranteed. It's a really hot card. And then Fight as One. Sometimes this can, on rare occasions, target both the Sprite Dragon and the 10th District Legionnaire, make them live through a sweeper or something, but very often we're just targeting one creature with this for a combat interaction or against a removal spell or something, and Fight as One, even though it's just a 2 of, I think God's Willing and Karametra's Blessing definitely are better cards, all in all. I think Karametra's Blessing can sometimes get a Sprite Dragon through for an extra, basically 3 damage, like a Giant Growth, because the Sprite Dragon will also get a +1/+1 counter. So sometimes it's really good for pushing through damage and stuff. But Fight as One also makes the creatures a little bit bigger because of the +1/+1 counter, and can just be like backbreaking. Just all of these can be amazing. So as far as the original build of the deck, I went down 1 Opt and 1 Defiant Strike. Just from playing the initial build of the deck, these felt like the 2 weakest cards in the deck, and I really wanted to work in Shock. So that's how I worked in Shock. But that's basically the deck, aside from the lands, obviously, which is fairly simple Jeskai mana base. We're not playing too many basics in the deck, if you haven't noticed. But that's kind of the most unique thing about the mana base. But aside from that, it's got the Roggen Triomes and the Shock lands that you expect. So really not too many surprises there. But let's go ahead and get into the arena with this thing. So I do want to show it off. Knowing my luck, this will be like the one day the deck does not perform well. But the deck has been performing really well for me whenever I do take it into the arena. Even in ranked, this deck does fairly well, but I'm just going to bang out some like fun games in unranked best of 1 as usual. And the reason I do that is to, again, I always feel like I have to explain this, but I like best of 1 for these videos because it usually showcases as many games with the deck as we can get in, and thus gives you more opportunities to see the deck function. The deck gets more hands, the deck draws more cards. And I think that's important to, again, like give you an idea of what the deck actually is and what it does. So we're going to try it today with Jeskai Sprite, which is better than Jeskai Mountain Dew, and see what happens. Opponent goes first. We have a Dorat in our hand. We can't cast it turn 2 with this hand, but I still think I'm going to try for it. This is a fairly slow start, though. And opponent gets Pelt Collector turn 1, which isn't great, but it's also not the end of the world. Let's go ahead and Roggen Triome here. I could have Temple of Enlightenment there. Go ahead and try to scry up a untapped land next turn. That would have been something, but I'm not too worried about it. Again, if we get a Dorat, hopefully this is just mono green. Maybe it's the Stompy deck. Let's go ahead and play this Temple. Please hit a land on the scry. That'd be super nice. Get a Terramander, which isn't bad. It's really not bad. But I'm gonna put it back. Hopefully this mono green opponent isn't playing too much removal in their deck. Highly doubt they are. So we can Dorat next turn, and there's a Wildborn Preserver, and put a Staggering Insight on it. And that could go a long way towards getting us back in the game life-wise. If we can untap, or just get an untapped White Source next turn, then we can protect it, or put a Sentinel's Eyes on it. Should be a thing to do. We're at 15. They play a land, and what are you going to, like, Yorvo? No, they're not going to do anything, huh? I wonder what that means. I was thinking about saving this Opt, but I'll go ahead and do it. I really want the land. Get a Sacred Foundry. Yeah, I'll take it. Don't want to take the damage, but we might have to. Get a 3/3 Sprite Dragon this turn. Can do that. I think I like it. Let's Dorat, or Sprite Dragon / Sprite Dragon, I guess. And now I can put a Sentinel's Eyes on it. Or I can block in Karametra's Blessing. That's a thing I could do. Thinking. I like blocking plus Karametra's Blessing. I think I like that. I think I do. And we'll have all our mana up next turn, and we should survive. Maybe they play like Questing Beast this turn, and that'll be problematic, but it won't be the worst thing in the world. Again, we get all our mana next turn. Alright, Barkhide Troll. Not terrible. See if they spend the other 2 on Wildborn Preserver. Yes, they do. Okay. So, it looks like we're taking 4, but I can block this Pelt Collector. And that's worth doing. Let's do that. Block. K Blessing. Bring it up to a 4/4. So we go to 9 here, but we'll get Staggering Insight and Sentinel's Eyes. Again, I'd like another land. If we don't get it, what do they have? They could have removal in their deck. They could have, like, Rabid Bite or something in their deck. Let's go ahead and put Staggering Insight on. I'll make it a 4/4. Sentinel's Eyes, I'll make it a 6/6, and they'd have to play a creature, make their Wildborn Preserver big enough, and still have mana up for, you know, some sort of Rabid Bite effect, so I don't think that's going to happen. Let's just get in for 6 lifelink and draw our card. Maybe it's a land? Nah, not quite. Oh, we've got a lot of protection in our hand. No mana to use it right now. Was it wrong to Sentinel's Eyes? We'd be at 13 if we hadn't Sentinel's Eyes. Ooh, an Ozolith. That's neat. They only have 2 cards left in their hand. Stonecoil Serpent. That's real good. That's real good against us. Did get another land. That's like all we got, right? Yeah, okay. Stonecoil Serpent. Protection from multicolored. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? It's so funny. Oh, Luris. 4/4 Stonecoil Serpent. With protection from multicolored. Let's see if they swing in on us. Holding up something here. Just in case they try to take out Luris. Or Dorat. I don't know how they do it. Oh, God, a Vivian. Whew. Those are good cards. Good Magic cards. Real good. If we do kill a creature, we got to worry about like all the counters going on to Stonecoil. Which would hurt. Are you going to just swing in? No. Okay. I sure wish they didn't have a Stonecoil Serpent. That would make this game much easier. Okay. Raking Claws. Sentinel's Eyes on the Luris. Now, at this point, I can kill the Vivian. I probably, right? Let's try it. See what happens. They're going to block there. Raking Claws. And I'm actually thinking about Defiant Strike here. Yeah, I'll do it. I kind of want to draw the card, first of all, and I want to kill this Vivian. Since we're definitely getting in on I want to kill the Vivian. And yeah, they'll put a bunch of counters on. We will play an untapped Sacred Foundry. Is that right? 6, 7. Yeah, let's play. Yeah, let's do that. Let's play an untapped Foundry. Just in case. Better to pay the 2 life and not lose a creature. God, I hate Stonecoil Serpent. That's a good Magic card. It really is. Apparently we didn't kill the Vivian. I'm not sure what I missed, but we didn't kill the Vivian. Sorry. Sorry, opponent. There. Let's give it indestructible. That'll work. Growth Chamber Guardian. Gonna make this Wildborn Preserver a little bigger, or you're gonna save it for Adapt. Why didn't the Vivian die? I'm missing something. It had double strike, so it should have killed the Vivian. Did I accidentally cast it on Dorad or something? What happened? Alright. Well, we draw a land. Now we don't need them. Coming at the Vivian again. Something's gonna happen. Blocks. Karametra's Blessing. I've cast it on the correct creature. I'm not gonna kill the Vivian. But whatever. It's like, maybe I should have given the Luris Pro Green and just gotten in. Great Hinge. That's a good card. Such a good card. They still have the mana to adapt, too, if they wanted to do that. Looking good. Looking good, my dude. Here's a Yorvo. We knew it would happen eventually. That's all their mana. But boy, is Great Hinge a good card. Gonna be a tough one, man. Stonecoil Serpent won you this game. If you win this game, it's because of Stonecoil Serpent. It'd be nice to get another Dorit. That would be the thing to do. You know, I wouldn't put the counters on Serpent. Okay. I mean, why not, right? I don't have anything that can deal with that. It doesn't have a color, so we can't give it protection from a color. That's a real issue. Don't want another land. Thanks, deck, for all the lands now. I appreciate that. There's a Staggering Insight. That's pretty good. Put that on you. Of course, now you can just block the Luris with the Stonecoil. Stone Cold. Stone Cold is holding it down. Vivian's going to finish the job. Plus Great Hinge. They've just got a really good board state now. Got an engine going. Not much I can do, but they're not going to attack in like anytime soon. If they do attack in, they lose a creature and we gain a bunch of life. Of course, that's going to be offset by the fact that they're going to be attacking with a bunch of huge dudes like super soon. There's a bunch of triggers. Like all of the triggers. You going to make that one huge? No, they're not going to do it. Just going to keep playing Growth Chamber Guardians, drawing cards. Getting counters on the Yorvo. Woof. Man. Stonecoil Serpent. This kid's no getting past it. No getting past that stupid card. Yep, draw another. Why not? Make that Yorvo fat. That's a fat boy. Whew. Yeah, might as well, right? Get a big Preserva. 3 cards in your hand. You ain't matching that kind of production. Man! Stonecoil Serpent. Say it over and over. Stonecoil! Stonecoil! Just hit me with the stunner. I can't do anything. Just so massive now. 15-15, ladies and gentlemen. They're not coming in, though. It's a Dorat. I was hoping we'd draw another one of you. There's no hope now, though, really. There really isn't. Man. Good game, opponent. I'm not gonna waste too much time on this one. That's they've got their engine up. I can't touch the Vivian. Maybe I cast the Raking Claws on the wrong thing earlier, but had a 5-power Lurrus blocked by a Barkide Troll attacking in at the Vivian. We gave it double strike with the Raking Claws that should have killed the Barkide Troll on the first strike and then killed the Vivian on the second strike. But that didn't happen. So maybe I targeted the wrong creature? That had to have been what happened there. But I don't know. I'm not sure. Either way. Let's get another one in here. See what goes on. Man, Stonecoil broke our hearts. Our hearts. Mine, at least. Woof, man. Man, the Ozolith deck. Ozolith didn't really get to do a whole lot of work for them. It was kind of superfluous in that game. It was the President Nerd. They got the Luca avatar. You gotta watch out for that. Alright, we go first, and we got a pretty decent hand. We gotta take a little bit of damage, but I got no problem with that. Opponent gives us the hello. We'll give them the hello. How polite. Terramander. Alright, President Nerd, what you got? What you doing? Breeding Pool Grazer. Nice little foil for what we're doing here. Having Reach is nice. Having Reach is nice. I don't know why I had to do a French accent. I'm gonna Dorat. I guess we'll get in. Get 1 damage in. Opponent is 17. Still a higher life total than we have. I'm gonna Growth Spiral. Put a land down. Oh, it's a Swamp. We're playing against Sultai, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes perhaps a blue source. Yep, so they can Tyrant Scorn or something. An Overwhelmed Apprentice. It's that kind of party. Watch out. I'm okay with that, actually. I guess you can put stuff in my yard that I can get out with Lurrus. That's no complaints on this end. Really would like another instant or sorcery that I can just like freely cast without having to worry about it. You know what I mean? Oh, like a shock. It's perfect, actually. Let's pay the life. I'll do it. Shock and Apprentice. Get a slightly bigger Dorat. Let's not regret this. I kind of want the Scry. And I was thinking about scrying at the end of my opponent's turn. I was thinking about doing that. I kind of don't want the land. But I'd rather get the extra damage in than scry at the end of my opponent's turn. We still have mana up. As long as we have mana up, I'm fine. Let's end the turn. Boreal Grays are putting in the work. Temple of Mystery comes down. Still have 4 mana open, which is kind of a lot. I can do a lot with 4 mana. Got the Voracious Great Shark sleeves, but something tells me you're not playing with Great Shacks. Migration Path, oh god. Ooh. 7, possibly 8 mana next turn. That's not good. Really not good. Oh my god. Well. It's all attack. Say next. Just want to get that sweet, sweet scry. It's another land. Maybe I should be taking these lands because we have Lurrus. We have 3 in the yard. Well, 4 in the yard now. Maybe adapt the Terramander next turn. Probably should have gone ahead and given Dorat per green. Get more damage in. That would be at 10. But they have an Overwhelmed Apprentice, which is not super impressive. What are the other 2 cards in your hand? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 lands left. Gift of Paradise. Really ramping hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we can easily adapt this Terramander. I don't know why I'm looking, because the Terramander tells you how many the important cards are in your yard. Get another land. It's really trying to give us some lands. Really hard. I'll pay the life. I'll do it, just in case. So now I can lure us and still have a mana open, but maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I just want to adapt this Pteramander. Maybe that's all I want to do. Let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can deal 10 this turn pretty easily. 12 with the Karametra's Blessing. Let's swing him in. Adapt the Mander. And then that'll be all we do this turn. They're gonna get another turn regardless. So, I'm gonna save my 2-bit. Oh, that's not good. God dang it, that's not good. But it's fine. They'll just make me sack them both. I'll lure us and get the Pteramander back next turn. All will be well. That's my line on it, at least. Cool, cool. Good play, opponent. Good play. I like it. We still have 2 mana open. 3 now. Oh, they're going to use it. Oh, to cycle. Okay, so they go to 5. We get a Triome, which isn't great. I would have liked an untapped land. But let's Pteramander now. Probably should have left a mana open, actually. If we left a mana open, we could protect our Lurrus. What if they just play another Liliana this turn? That would suck. Oh, Kiora. Ugh. They just died a Pteramander here, though? Right? Yeah. So it should be the game. Unless they have something. But if they have something, I have a Karametra's Blessing and a God's Willing. So yeah, they're going to Heartless Act. Well, no, don't do that. God's Willing, because the Pteramander's not, it's not enchanted or anything. So let's go black. Ooh, neat. Sure. And they will just scoop it up. Alright, cool. So we won that one. After Liliana really gave us some problems, but now you can see how important Lurrus is to the deck on occasion. So that's exactly why it's in there, right there. So, cool. We're 1-1 here after a tough one. I can't get over Stonecoil Serpent. I will never get over that. It's like, we would have won that game if not for Stonecoil, but that's a lot of games go that way. You know, we would have won that game if not for this card or that card. You're not supposed to get mad about it or anything. You're just supposed to, like, learn from those mistakes. Although I don't know what I was supposed to do differently in that game. We go first. We got a good hand, except that we don't have blue sources, so let's try to get one with this Temple of Triumph. But there it is. Leave it on top. And now our game is suddenly much better. Now, the question here, and in most games, is do we go ahead and play Dorat, or do we wait until next turn so that we have protection for it? What we're going to do is, I should have not played that untapped, but what's done is done, right? What we're going to do is wait. See what our opponent does. Yarik's Finlurker. Defiant Strike is out. Pass it up. Our turn. Now, take more damage. I hate that I did that. I really do. But okay. Whatevs, right? It's Dorat. Sure. Let's get in. And say go. Our opponent can't attack us for possibly 2 this turn, but they'll kind of have to skip their turn to do it. See what they do after the Finlurker. I'm interested in this. It's a Cry of the Carnarium. Yuck. That's fine. That's fine. We got another one. I don't care. It's whatever. Let's play Hallowed Fountain. Tapped. Swing in. Now they have to cry again. But, I mean, I guess they could, right? It's like I didn't want to waste the blessing on that one because we've got another Dorat, so I felt like it was a free roll to let them, you know, let them cry on that one. Just let her cry. Let a tear fall down like rain. Let us hear. Let's go ahead and get in for some damage. We need that. Oh my god, we need that. Opponent at 16, I'd really like a Staggering Insight. Like, a lot. A whole lot. I'm gonna Nightmare Shepherd. I was worried about that. He's playing the Gary deck? That'd be awesome. Been a while. If it is the Gary deck, then I'd really like a Staggering Insight. What's up with the lands? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The deck plays 20. We've seen 7 lands and 12 cards. That is screwage. That is quite screwy, if I do say so myself. And I do. So, let's play a land. Now I'm wishing that we'd have kept that Triome to cycle. Let's try and get in with Dorat here and see if our opponent blocks with Nightmare Shepherd, in which case we can Karametra's Blessing. They don't, so we're allowed to save our Karametra's Blessing, which I'm fine with. I'd actually rather save it. But not a bad turn. Not a bad turn. All we did was 3 damage. We cast Allures. So that's something. So what our opponent does with their 5 cards. See if they just need another land so they can Gary our face off with Nicolas Cage and John Travolta. So, I'm not saying that these creatures are Nick Cage and John Travolta. There was a movie called Face Off with those two in it. Let's protect this Dorat. See, glad we saved it. Playing against every deck that we've done on the channel in the last, like, couple of months. I like that. Lock it. Well, that was a free card out of their hand. Another land? Are you serious, bro? Stop. Not like this. Let me just say that. Not like this, deck. Not like this. You know? That hurts. That makes me feel so bad. Comes a Dav. Divin and Davin. Gonna make us discard our Hallowed Fountain. That's right. It was another land, opponent. I know. Isn't that crazy? 8 lands and 13 cards. Deck is really trying to get us. It's a 10th district, which just doesn't help much. I gotta cast it. It'll just make us discard it otherwise. If it was an instant or a sorcery, that would have been much, much better. So much better. But I am tempted to get in with Dorat here. I am. Because I can always recast it. And recast the Sentinel's Eyes. I'm going to go for it. See if our opponent blocks with Nightmare Shepherd. I think they might do it. They're thinking hard about it. Probably best not to. All things considered. It's like, would you rather lose Shepherd or Davriel? And in most situations, I'd probably rather just lose Davriel. I mean, I don't have any cards in my hand anyway. Right? You know? Probably should have swung before playing the card. But, oh, well, no, well, it's a toughie. It's so tough. If they do block, I almost kind of assume they have another Shepherd in the hand. They don't, though. Okay. There goes Dav. They swing in with Shepherd, we'll just block with Dorat, too. We got all the mana in the world anyway. They're going to cry. Ugh, it's not good. Now the question is, do they get in? They don't. Okay. There's another Dorat. Drawing all the creatures in our deck now. that we don't need. I really just want to make this Dorat a 5/5. That's my mission in life right now, is to get one more counter on this Dorat so we can start swinging in for real. They still have 4 cards. And Obnixilis. Cool. Staggering Insight. And a Fight is one. That's pretty good. That's pretty really good. That's pretty so good. So I guess thanks, Ob, for all you've done for me. They don't swing. They're not stupid or anything. Cool. Let's Insight right now. And then let's Sentinel's Eyes. Targeting this. Get rid of a Hallowed Fountain, a Karametra's Blessing. Yeah. Then I'll just try and get in on Obnix, see if they block. If they do, I'm happy with it. If they don't, I'm happy with it. Because if they try to kill, Dorat with Obnixilis next turn, then I've got 2 ways of protecting the Dorat. So we should be okay. They're going to sack the creature so we don't gain any life. It's totally understandable. And they draw a card. So they might as well, right? And in the turn. So now they have 5 cards in their hand. It's kind of a lot. I might have to fight 2 removal spells this turn, but we have the mana and cards to do it, so. I'm going to read Dorat. I'm going to try to destroy it. So let's give it indestructible. And resolve. Cool. So they don't seem to have another removal spell. I'll take the damage, I don't care. Unless I do. Yeah, Gary would kill us right now, so I kind of do care. They're gonna do it, aren't you? Aren't you? Oh, a Liliana. Perfect card. Perfect card for the situation. Just the absolute perfect card you could have possibly had. There is no card, other than maybe Stonecoil Serpent, that could have been quite so disheartening at this particular moment in time. Hey, well, we get to kill the Ob. Could be worse. Man. Whew, they are making it so hard. They are making it so difficult. Well, at this point, I can't use Lurrus to get anything out of the yard, so I think it's actually more important to get rid of the creatures, just in case we come across a Terramander, we can adapt it more easily, so that's the way to do it. Alright, a Karametra's Blessing, which I will keep. I will actually keep that. Kill the Ob. I might should get in on them. Instead of kill the Obnix. Just to try and clear their board. They have 7 mana. That's a lot. We'll see like a Timorat. I was going to say, I wonder if we'll see like a Bolus's Citadel or something. Now they can gain some life here. Although we did just exile some creatures for them, so. But they will exile Dorat, and a Fight is one. So they're going to make us work for this Terramander when we do get it. Pass it up. Our turn. Alright, so I can God's Willing and get in for like 5. It's a thing I can do. Go ahead and scry. Or I can just kill their Timorat. Feel like the longer I'm in the game, the better it is for them, though, because Gary is just super good right now, and they probably have Gary somewhere in there. Right? Just get in. Like, we're really low on, like, viable creatures in the deck at this point. They're not going to block. Not going to block. Interesting. They can't get any more life off of Timoret. So there's that. That's pretty. It takes solace in that. But all they can make us do is work for Terramander. But now, oh yeah, they can get rid of creatures from their own yards. But they're done with those now too. But every turn they get closer to a Gary or Liliana is not good. So we get another God's Willing. At this point, I think I get a free roll on it. Let's give it protection from black. Now, at this point, the question is, do I have enough spells to just kill them this turn? Which I don't think I do. Let's see if they cast something in response. In which case, we can fight as one or something. Let's just see what... Oh, yeah, let's keep that on top. Yes. Yes, sir or ma'am, I want that card. Real bad. So, it's going to be a 6/6. 7, 8, 9 from Karametra's Blessing. 10, 11 from Fight as One. 12 from the other God's Willing. So we can just barely not kill them. We can just barely not kill them. Yeah. Let's just do this. Let's keep all of our stuff up. I would hate to cast all these spells, and then next turn they have a removal spell. It would be really terrible. I'd rather just kind of cinch it up with Staggering Insight plus God's Willing next turn. And hopefully they didn't draw anything nasty. They didn't. Okay, so cool. We won that one. Opponent didn't know we had Staggering Insight on top, but that would have sewed the game up, I believe. So we're 2-1 now, after what was sort of tense, but probably not as tense as I wanted to make it out to be there. But again, you never know if they're going to draw Gary or Liliana or like both. you just don't know. So that one went pretty well, even after our opponent got 2 sweepers that like completely decimated us. That second Cry of the Carnarium was nasty. It was so nasty. Like every time I see Liliana too, I just have to like look at it like, what are you doing? Why do you hurt me so bad? Let's go against Kamol here. See if we can make it 3-1, which would be a pretty good record for the day. Can't cast Dorad on turn 2. I don't love that. But we have Staggering Insight, Sentinel's Eyes up, God's Willing to protect the Dorad. Opponent does go first, which I don't like, but I'll still take this hand. I wish this were like a Temple of Enlightenment or something. That'd be cool. Staggering Insight. That's good. Well, let's pray. Let's pray that we get this red source. Daxos. So it's the life gain deck. We did not get the red source. That's so much trouble. That's a lot of trouble. We can't play on curve in this game. Oh, that's bad. But we really want the red source now, because we can play Dorat and have something up to protect it. Three Staggering Insights. Oh man, y'all would be such good cards. And 3 Sentinel's Eyes. What a stupid hand. what a ridiculously dumb, stupid hand. Let's discard a Sentinel's Eyes. We got enough, and we can get them back later if we have to. But I'm thinking we won't have to. I'm pretty sure. Well, let's go to at least 13, if not 12 here. Yep. Oh god, Gideon. Oh jeez. Oh boy. Boy, we've fallen way too far behind here. We're gonna die. We're going to die. Oh man. We're at 12. Well, we finally got it. Just in time for it to not matter. Like, at all. Oh man. I'm saving God's Willing. Oh boy. Let's see. We're taking 6 this turn. There's an Jeskai Sprite, mate. God. Just crushing. So nasty. Resolve them all. Healer Saw. That's all the cards. at least I don't have any more cards. Man, Mono White, you got the perfect start. Sans Heliod or Linden. But still, it's about as fast as their start can possibly get. Yikes. What'd you give him? Lifelink? Yeah. Alright, let's go. Woo! Well, I gotta block you. Block that, and then, God's willing. The other problem here is that I have to give it protection from white, which isn't a big deal right now, but it will be a problem. It will certainly be a problem. It doesn't. I don't need anything. I'm dead either way. Go to 4. Won't get the land that I kind of wanted, so I could double staggering insight. But if only lifelink, actually worked that way. Like if lifelink stacked, that would be pretty cool. All right, let's get in for 6 on the Gideon. I mean, I guess we're not getting in. Whatever. No, we can't protect the Dorat either from being exiled. So, good game. We just fell way too far behind, man. Oh my goodness, so bad, so bad. Such a game. Woof. If we'd have gotten the blue source on turn 2 or the red source on turn 2, then I think that would have been a much different game. Not a whole lot different, though. All things considered, right? Because they still would have gone off like that. But I think that if we'd especially gotten like an extra turn in with a staggering insight on a Dorat, that would have made a huge difference. Dorat would have gotten big. We would have gained a lot of life. It would have had vigilance, so it could block and gain more life. So I think we had a shot at that one. But look at this same problem, same mana problem, right? Now we need the white source, and opponent goes first with Yorion. So I don't love it. I really don't. Told you the deck wouldn't cooperate today. I told you the deck is already actually taken first in some such event again, and I've been playing it in ranked, and it's been crushing. It's just having both mana and draw issues today. So, well, let's go ahead and get this 10th district down. They're gonna grow Spiral in response. It was the fastest response ever, too. Get in. Hopefully they can't kill it somehow. Teferi would kind of suck. Fastest Euro ever. Wow, this is a very quick player here. They know exactly what they're doing. They do want to keep a mana open so they can Omen of the Sea. Okay, man, you are playing so fast. I respect it. Or maybe my computer's just running correctly for once. That's also something to consider. That could actually be what's happening here. We could always 10th district again, which is the play, I think. Well, they could Elspeth Conquers Death next turn, but that doesn't actually kill either of our creatures, so. And, we don't. Staggering Insight. I'll keep it. It's like neither of our creatures were enchanted before we cast Sentinel's Eyes, so Karametra's Blessing won't save them from a Shatter the Sky, which is what our opponent might play this turn. Teferi Time Raveler. We could have given him protection from blue. Euro again. Crap. Criminy. This is maybe in my opinion, the best deck in the format. This Bant Yorion that we're playing against. Results wise, it's probably Jeskai Fires. If you're looking at best decks, but I think that if it were a matter of subjective opinion, if it were a matter of subjective opinion, I think that Bant Yorion is probably the actual best deck right this moment. I'd rather get in on them than the Teferi. Of course, maybe they'll play Yorion next turn and reset the Teferi, but even then they won't be able to bounce this with Teferi. They won't be able to do that. Although now, if they do go to bounce it, I have to give this protection from either white or blue, in which case Staggering Insight falls off, which is not great. What I could do is 10th District. I won't have any mana left. I kind of want some mana, you know? But I can kill this Teferi, get in on them. Now, if I just got on them, I'd put them at 6. I can still kill them next turn, though, if everything stays the same. Which it won't. Right? It will not. Teferi. Oh my god. Jerk. Teferi, 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 Teferi. Hey, you want to see something cool? Teferi. It's 10th District. What are you going to do? You're going to neutralize? Come on. Jeez, let me play some magic here. 8. So they go to 6. 5-4. 3-2. Should have got in on them. Oh, what have we learned? Well, I guess I could Karametra's Blessing. So, let's see here. They go to 8, 7-6, 5-4-3. 2-1. And we can't cast 2 white spells this turn anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'll take the land. I'll take the other white source next turn. Kill Teferi. And end the turn. I might cast Defiant Strike on 10th District this turn. I might do that. Maybe I should have Sentinel's Eyes to set it up for Karametra's Blessing against a Shatter the Sky. They get a Shattered. They have a tapped land. Alright, so it's our turn. I'm going to Defiant Strike right now. It's the land. Now, let's see. 1, 2, 3 white sources. And we kind of need 4, so sure. Sure. Fight is 1. Let's pay our 2 life. Now if we Luris, I can get another 10th District or Staggering Insight. I'll be 3, 4, 5 mana. Can't kill them that way. I can just kill them. Fairly certain. Let's Sentinel's Eyes. Get rid of Defiant Strike. Staggering Insight. See what they do. They're going to Mystical Dispute the Sentinel's Eyes. That will tap them out. So if we pay 3 here, 1, 2, 3, we still have 2 mana open. That's 3. Our 10th District Legionnaire is going to be a 5/5. So if we Karametra's Blessing, we just win. So we should be able to pay for this. And it doesn't really matter. So let's pay for it. We get a Dorat. Connection lost. Oh my god, reconnect. Holy god, we're about to win this game. Oh my god, why is my connection gone? Why is my connection gone? Holy crap. Invalid. Oh my god, reconnect. An unexpected problem occurred. It's a 504. Is my internet out? Oh no, is my internet out? No, my internet works. Why is there an unexpected problem? Oh my god, are you doing like maintenance right now? Are you doing maintenance right now? Okay, it's trying to get in. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Arena! You see this? Alright, come on, it's ready. It's ready. It's ready. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Go, Sprite. HLI. Oh no, well at least we can protect it. Ay, ay, ay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. They're going to try to take these Sentinel's eyes. Oh no. Oh no. That's so bad. It's so bad. Okay. Well, we win. We still win. We still should win here. Oh no. Oh my god. Alright, Pro Blue. I don't want these creatures anymore. Unless I do. I'm all twisted up. Alright, and then we'll fight as one. Don't care about the land. I can't. Oh, and then we'll get in, right? And then we'll get in. All is well. All is well. We win the game. Correct? Yes? Next? Oh my god. Oh, we did it. Scare of a lifetime. And then we reconnected, and they're in the middle of casting Agent of Treachery. And they probably think that we're jerks. They probably think we're jerks. But no, I would have ended the game if I could have, and I could have on my last turn there. Only for no reason I got booted out of the arena. What? What happened? But we still won. We somehow still won that game. I am not sure how, but it's because opponent got greedy. Opponent could have just shattered the sky there. We probably still would have been able to carry Metra's Blessing because our dude was enchanted. It would have been okay, but honestly, I think opponent probably should have shattered there. But they went for the Agent of Treachery. They got greedy. But still, I think we had it kind of sewed up either way. Jeez. Wow, jeez. Man. Whew, that was the most harrowing game I've ever had on camera, and not because of anything opponent was necessarily doing. Although because of some of the things opponent was doing. So, good lord. Oh, Jiminy Cricket. I can't believe we got away with that last game, but definitely a winning record in these games, all things considered, and we would have had even more of a winning record if we could have gotten the mana right in a game or two, but that is the problem when you build this deck 3 colors. The big thing with building it 3 colors is that you not only get Lurrus as your companion, which as you see is kind of a big deal some of the time, but you also get all these protective cards. And if we hadn't have had Metra's Blessing, God's Willing, Fight as One, we would have lost so many games to our creatures just dying to removal. You know, you can make this Sprite Dragon deck blue-red if you want to, but there's just not as many ways. I guess you could play counter spells. You play Negate, you can play Keep Safe, stuff like that. But these are just much more, effective when in terms of mana. And this deck is really, really mana hungry, and you probably saw that too in a lot of these games. This deck wants to use as much of its mana on a given turn as it possibly can, and like 2-mana cards like Negate and Keep Safe don't really help with that. So it's kind of an issue, and you're happy making your mana a little bit more difficult to be able to play these cards in a lot of situations, because they're just the best protective cards in the format. You need to protect your creatures, and you got Rogue and Triome to kind of shore up the mana for you as much as possible. So altogether, we had some really good, really fun games in these, and like in the games we did lose, we either lost to mana or we lost to one card. Stonecoil, man. Stonecoil! Glass shatters. He comes out, kicks us in the stomach, gives us the stunner. There's nothing we could have done in that first game, but for the most part, some really good games, and I hope that I sort of, was able to show you how good the deck actually is. Because the deck is good. I swear by this deck. As soon as I saw that it had won an event, I put it together, and then I tweeted about it like 3 hours later. Like, dude, this deck is... Y'all need to pay attention to this deck. It's very real. So check it out. Deck list in the description, as usual. Take it over to TCG Player. Pick up anything you might need, because this is a really fun, good deck. And there are a lot of, spells players that really like decks like this, and I think that if you're going to play a deck like that in this format, this is the one, son. So give this thing a shot, proxy it up if you have to, because it's a lot of fun. But other than that, do all the YouTube stuff, like the video, subscribe if you haven't done that for more content. So we got a lot more content coming up tomorrow. Looks like we'll be doing the mono white Luminous Broodmoth deck tech, but something else could always win the Patreon poll, but that one seems to be running away right now. But after that, I think later on this weekend, maybe Sunday, I'll put out the first tier list video of the season, and that's going to be stressful. I'm going to get some gameplay in with one of the Deck Tech decks soon, very soon, probably the Broodmoth deck. And then we're going to do another Dank Jank like probably middle of next week. So a lot of content coming up. Make sure you're subbed for it. Hit the bell for the notifications. And honestly, Core Set 2021 spoilers are coming up kind of soon. The set is due to release on July the 3rd. And usually, you know, the arena release is like at least a week before the planned paper release. So that said, the arena release is probably going to be on like the 25th or 26th of July, something like that. Which means that we'll probably get spoilers like 2 weeks before that. So we're talking about June, probably the middle of June, you know, June 10th to through the 15th is an estimation of when spoiler season starts. And that's like a month away. It's not even that long. So you want to be subbed for all that stuff too. And then, yeah, do all the other things. Hit up the Patreon for $1 a month. You get to pick what decks we do and stuff like that. And I'd really appreciate it. It's the only reason I still get to do this, is the Patreon people are really good to me. And no other source of income is. So I really appreciate all the patrons out there keeping the channel afloat. It means a lot to me. And if you want to become one, $1 a month is all I ask. Link in the description, or go to patreon.com/SBMTG. But I'm pretty sure I'm done. Just let me know how you felt about the plays. This deck is a little bit difficult to pilot sometimes, and use your mana as efficiently as possible. Make the correct plays, because this deck is all about like big plays. You know, there's a lot of games that come down to like one turn where you could pilot it one way, you could pilot it a million other ways, and there's usually one correct way to, you know, split the difference and hit the one weak spot on the Death Star. So let me know how you felt about it, how we could have played the deck differently, and how the deck could be built differently. But aside from that, I'm done for this one. So just let me know how you felt about it, and I will catch you cats later. I'm Dev from the place. Thanks for watching, my wizards. Spread love and be kind.